Episode 4: Why You Should Take Pride in Small Wins. You ever end a long shift and think, I didn't do anything special today. But deep down you know, without you, that place wouldn't run. Yeah, that matters more than you think. You ever finish your shift, sit in your car and think, what did I even do today? No bonus, no applause, no record-breaking numbers. Just you doing what had to be done. But here's the thing that most folks miss. That right there is what keeps the whole world turning. Not viral moments or flashy headlines, just real people showing up, staying solid, and doing the job right. That's what this episode is about, taking pride in the small wins. Because small wins stack up. They build your reputation. They build your work ethic. And they build your future, even if no one's clapping. Here's some wins, some easy wins for you to think about. You showed up on time. That's a win. You helped a coworker without being asked. That's a win. You did your job right the first time. That's a win. You kept your cool when someone tried your patience. That's a huge win. That's a big win right there. These aren't little things. They're the foundation of a good life. The kind of life you can feel proud of, not just at retirement, but every damn day you clock out. I don't care if you're mopping floors, stocking shelves, driving a forklift, or running a line in a hot warehouse. When you do it right and you do it well, that's something to be proud of. Let me give you a real-world example. I used to work in a warehouse where one guy, name was Rick, didn't say much. He wasn't flashy. He didn't rush around to try to impress anybody. But you know what he did do? He showed up early, every day. He knew his station cold, didn't need to be babysat. And when things went sideways, he didn't complain. He fixed it, quietly, efficiently. One day, a new supervisor came through and asked, who's the most reliable guy? 10 people pointed straight at Rick. Why? Because Rick stacked up small wins like bricks. And that's the key right there. Small wins become trust. Trust becomes leadership. Leadership becomes opportunity. Let's talk about some small wins you probably rack up without even thinking about them. You helped clean up after your shift, even though you didn't make the mess. You stopped what you were doing to help a coworker lift something heavy. You caught a mistake and fixed it without blowing anybody up. You stayed late without being asked when things got behind. Nobody throws a party for that stuff, but that's what separates the reliable from the forgettable. It's not about loud effort. It's about consistent effort. You're building a brand every day, whether you realize it or not. Not a brand with logos or slogans, your personal brand, your reputation. And that reputation, forged through quiet daily effort, will outlast any title on your badge. Robert Collier said, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. Let me say something else. When you don't take pride in the little things, that's when work starts feeling pointless. That's when your mood drops, your effort slips, and the next thing you know, you're just surviving the day instead of owning it. And you deserve better than that. The world we're living in right now, it's full of shortcuts. People cutting corners, blaming others, waiting for someone else to step up. But that ain't you. You're the guy who puts the cart back at the grocery store. You're the guy who tightens a bolt even if it looks like it'll hold. You're the one who doesn't just clock in, you show up. That attitude, it makes you dependable. It makes you respected. And eventually, it makes you valuable in a way no degree, no resume, and no fancy title ever could. So yeah, take pride in small wins, because if you don't, nobody else will. And when you do, you start walking a little taller because you know you're solid, you're real, and you matter. Big wins are great, but it's the small ones that build the man. Take pride in the basics. Take pride in doing them well, because that's how you become the guy people trust when things get hard. Hey, if this episode reminded you that what you do matters, punch that button like it owes you overtime. Subscribe for more working man wisdom. And ring that bell like you're hitting the time clock on a Friday afternoon. Let's keep it real, keep it solid, and keep stacking wins, one shift at a time. Until tomorrow, take care.